We come back with a pretty negative update here. The first thing we see is Byron Buxton was down in AAA with his rehab assignment, and he's now out for another 4 weeks with back spasms. So I don't foresee us seeing Byron Buxton with the big league roster this year. Obviously, that's not very good. That's a big blow for us. But with how our current outfield's kind of shaping up, we kind of don't have a spot. It's really not the end of the world. It's just it's not ideal. I think I'd already put him on the injured list. Okay, I did. So Byron Buxton just can't stay healthy. This is the August 13th now, past the deadline. There wasn't really any other big trades other than the ones we made, so they're not missing too much around the league. We did see there was an update that for the Reds, former Twin Harrison Bader went down with I think he broke his kneecap. Yeah, he's done for a year almost, broken kneecap. So big loss for the NL Central leaders right now. We can do a quick little update on how we're doing. Dylan Cruz has been off to a bit of a slow start. It's 13 games. We're gonna ride it out to the end of the year, see what we have with Dylan Cruz. I can't imagine Andrew Morris isn't gonna I don't think he's gonna turn into a Cy Young winner, so I don't feel too bad about the trade still. And Andrew Morris has struggled through his first two career starts. What else do we have? Colson Montgomery. He's played in 10 games. He's raking. He's got a 1.0 OPS. So Colson Montgomery's been really good. Again, this is a very small sample size, so take it with a grain of salt. But the pitching has been bad. It's been really bad. Sasaki's been, 4.4 homer per nine is abysmal. So I think I might move him to the bullpen for a little bit and just try him out there, because I can't, as a starter, I can't field someone who's allowing 4 home runs per nine. And then Iriarte is also off to a slow start. 2 starts. The K per nine, walks per nine are fine. Another guy who's just allowing too many home runs. But the per nines look a lot better here, so we're going to let Iriarte stay in the rotation. And then I think Rojas is going to move to the rotation, because he's one, unhappy with his role, and 2, he's probably the better of the two between him and Abel right now. Yeah, I think we'll do Rojas. I think we'll move Rojas over, and Sasaki will come to the bullpen. And I'm gonna throw him in a stopper role, just for now. I want to see if he is just see what he can do in a high leverage spot for us, and then we'll kind of keep trucking along here. We are 9 games back. We're pretty much out of it now. The bats slowed. The bats are fine. They're middle of the pack here in the AL, but we can't pitch at all. We're terrible. So just kind of big development year. Just see what guys, if they can develop, what they can become for year 2, and so on and so forth. As Walker Jenkins has been terrible in the outfield. Negative. Hold on. Wow, he's been not a good fielder, which doesn't make any sense to me, because 60 range, he's got good enough speed. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I don't really want to, because who's DHing? Montgomery's DHing, right? So he has to play the outfield, and he has a 60 grade in left, so I don't really understand why the ZR is such a negative. But we're not going to compete this year, so it doesn't matter too much as long as his development isn't stunted at all. And we just got an update that his power went up and his overall went up as well. So yeah, that's the update here in the middle of August. And now we have another injury coming in. Orion Kirkering got a tender elbow, so that'll shut him down for the next 2 weeks. No more Kirkering. He's been our best reliever this year, so not ideal. I think we're going to apparently we're paying this guy $7 million this year. So we'll bring Thomas back up, and he'll slot in here in the bullpen. And then I think I'll move. Who should we move up? I think Cole Sands is going to move up to a stopper as well. See how that looks. Sasaki, let's see how he's doing. Not great. Still really struggling. So I'm going to move him down from the stopper role. See if he can figure it out, because kind of need him to. So. All right, we have an extension offer for Luke Keeschel here. 7 years we got, buying out all of his ARB, and it's a good amount of money. But he's a great player, and then we have team options here. So if he does struggle, and then we don't want to bring him back, we do have the option to not do that once he's eligible to be a free agent. But so lock down Luke Keeschel long term and hopefully save us some money in the long run. 7 years, $101 million. As we head into the month of September, the month of August was not kind to us. We struggled pretty bad. Here's the players of the month. We did not look great. When we take a look at the record here, 10-18 in August, to be expected with the trades that we made. But the bats that were once what carried this team, we're not even hitting anymore. Walker Jenkins has been injured with this for like a decade. I think I'm going to throw him on the IL, just like not really an IL stint, but like because he needs it. It's just kind of like give him some time off, give him time to maybe relearn how to swing a bat, and then Olivar is going to go ahead and come up for us. In terms of the lineups, we're just not really hitting. I mean, Martin, Keeschel, and Rodriguez have been great. Lewis has been solid. We're still pretty happy with Sataki. I'm just going to do this because he did not like the multi-year offer we were throwing at him. And Taylor Walls' hot streak has pretty much come to an end, which is all right. We didn't bring him in to hit. So Dylan Cruz has been okay. We obviously want more. I want him to be stealing a lot too with that speed. So we'll see how it goes. Sasaki's still struggling pretty bad. I think we're just going to ride it out with him in the bullpen for the rest of the season. I think it's just easier to do it that way. His home runs are coming down. They were a lot more inflated before this. And the BABIP's 375. So we're going to give him some leeway and hope that he just improves over this last month. In terms of, I kind of forgot, we do have the September call-ups to do. So who should we bring up? I want to bring up a bat, and then also bring up a pitcher to join the roster. I'll fix the lineups in a moment. I kind of want to bring up Noah Miller. He's hitting okay. 747 OPS plus, or OPS. The OPS plus doesn't like him because he's not slugging at all. But elite defender. He can slot in at short for a little bit. Antonacci could come up too, but he hasn't been super great. Rincon's guy we got from Philly. I don't think we'll do that. Gabe Gonzalez, he's a guy in the Twins minor league system right now. I don't think we'll do that. Marco Raya could come up maybe for the pitcher. I'm going to bring up Noah Miller. And then, in terms of the pitcher, I think I might just do SWR and just get a guy for just an innings eater. He's been good at AAA. He's very unhappy. We don't need to bring up a prospect right now there. It's just not needed. No one's really ready. So I think if we brought up Raya, it would just kind of hurt this development. He's someone that we should probably look to get into the lab this season, but that low work ethic is not very good. But we're 59-73. It's a full-on collapse, kind of similar to last season for the Twins. Started off okay, got around to 500 near the deadline, and then we made the trades we did, and now we're here. Speaking of, why don't we look at those trades, see what we see how those guys are turning out right now. So Let's go. Cody Clemens in Arizona, 118 OPS plus. Not hitting like he did with us, but still doing good. He's helping out that roster. Who else? Pablo Lopez. He's dealing. There's no surprise there. So, doing his thing with the Dodgers. Brooks Lee is also in the Major League Ball Club. There, he's a backup, and he's continuing to struggle to hit. They moved him to second. I think that's his more natural spot. Some center field here. Yeah, he's played a game in center field for him as well. So there's Brooks Lee, Jose Miranda, also really struggling for Arizona. He's not hitting the ball, so that's not a bad look for us. Zebby in the bullpen, Jesus, really bad. 6 walk per 9 for a guy with 60 control, so can't be too upset with that trade right now. And then Andrew Morris was the other one, and he's been fine. Too many homers. Why don't we do our check-in with why don't we take a look at the league and as well. Before I do that, I want to look at. Can I look at this again? I want to look at how. So the Phillies are 64 and 66. How Joe Ryan's doing? He's doing okay. Pretty basic Joe Ryan season. He's got the homers down, but he's striking out less guys, and the Phillies aren't really competing. How is Wallner doing? He's got negative 2.1 WAR. Oh my God, Matt Wallner. Feeling pretty good about that trade right now. Negative 2 WAR. That is so bad. Wow, that is just abysmal. Yeah, not feeling too bad about that trade. There was another one that I wanted to look at. If I can find it here. This is the whole league. Why don't we go to mine? There was another one. Where is it? Oh, RJ Pettit. I forgot to bring up RJ Pettit and Ryan Jeffers. RJ Pettit won Pitcher of the Month last month, and he's been an absolute dog for the White Sox. They moved him to a starter, and yeah, he's been really good in that role. And then Ryan Jeffers has also been he was good. The OPS plus was better than it was with us, so I can't really knock it. So that trade is definitely not one we're looking too great on right now, but Colson's been playing well, so I don't want to knock it too much. Just, I guess the per nines for Iriarte is really good. You just see 9.4 ERA, and you're like, oh, that guy's getting shelled, but he has actually got a positive WAR, and the BABIPs are really bad. The per nines are really good, so we'll keep riding it out with Iriarte, and then I'll hop back in here once we. I was gonna look at the league quick, so let's do that. Yankees, Blue Jays at the top of the East, so the Red Sox have fallen off. The Rays are up here too, so the Rays, shout them out. The Tigers seem to be in good contention to take the Central. The A's and Mariners are doing battle over here, so I mean, got to root on the A's a little bit. And then in the NL East, we have the Braves obviously still rocking, and the Marlins are balling out. 74 and 58, 15 and 9 in July. So the Marlins are playing some good baseball. Kyle Tucker, playing a lot better. I don't know if he's playing to a $60 million clip, but he's playing a lot better than he was earlier. But I think the star of the team is really Kyle Stowers. He's going to get MVP votes, which is, I mean, awesome. Shout out the Marlins. What else? The Cubs are fighting the Reds here. The Reds, obviously, with that injury, are not doing too hot now. Padres, Dodgers, Diamondbacks are all battling here in the West in terms of league leaders. Raleigh, Suarez, and Torque and homers. OPS is Springer. It's kind of a down year for hitting across the league. No one in Major League Baseball with a higher than a 1 OPS. So that's interesting. I think the battle for MVP will be between Raleigh and Springer. And then we have Bubick, Skubal and Priester. Quinn Priester, top 3 in ERA. Skubal leading the league in WAR. Cade Smith in saves, and then in the National League, Stowers leading the league in homers. So, like I said, he's gonna get MVP votes. PCA and Francisco Lindor with WAR, and then Logan Webb's been just lights out, even with his 20 BABIP. He's been crazy good. And then him and Schwellenbach are tied for pitcher WAR. So it'll be interesting to see how this final month of the season goes when we'll hop back in once we conclude the season. And before we get to the end of the year, why don't we I want to show you guys this. Luke Keeschel did sign that extension. So we have a long-term star here in the Twins organization. He's had a really good year. We're hoping that that'll continue into next year and continue long-term, so he can be a part of that next great team for the Minnesota Twins. Sataki also extended, so we won't have to worry about the catching position next year, and we get him back for cheap as well. So 2 guys who we want to keep a part of the team who are coming back. And we get the alert that Byron Buxton is back now as well. So with Buxton, I'm still going to do a rehab assignment. Yeah, that's the plan. 20 days. I mean, with that, he'll be back for 2 games, if that. And then we get Kirkering back in a day, and then Jenkins will be back in 4 more days. And we'll throw those guys back in. And the hits keep on coming. Erod here will be done. His season is over. He strained his lat, so his first full season in the bigs, it'll be cut short 120 games. He had 19 homers, didn't get to that 2020 mark. The strikeouts really weren't that bad. They're as bad as they could have been with this rating. I think that eye of his really helped him out because, I mean, his on-base is 100 points higher than that average. And he was really good. He was excellent. He's going to be the everyday in the outfield next year. Obviously, we want Buxton to play center, so Erod definitely solidified himself on the roster long term, but his season will come to a close right here. Interesting little news update here. Tarek Skubal ruptured his tricep, so his potential 3rd straight Cy Young campaign is coming to a close here. Big blow as well because the Tigers are looking to be back in the playoffs. So Tarek Skubal, season's over for him. And we're going to go ahead and make the move to bring back Byron Buxton. I don't think he has to be on the active roster, so we're going to go ahead and release Johnny DeLuca back to Tampa Bay, and Byron Buxton is officially back here for the conclusion of this season. He now that he's back, he'll hit second. We'll do this, and then yeah, there we go. Byron Buxton's back for this last couple weeks here of this season. So there we go. Another thing we're going to do here is just go ahead and tank the money here for Thomas. It was just an error on my part, not looking at his contract when we claimed him. We have the money now, so we're just going to pay it now and let him be off to free agency, and we'll be fine because we have extra money right now, especially with with all the trades we made. So. And another outfield injury comes as James Outman's season will also conclude. Wasn't bad as the 4th outfielder, not like a huge blow to the roster, but his season will end. Kind of wish we still had DeLuca, but that's all right. Interesting development. Once we got back Buxton, we won the series here with Colorado and then sweeped Baltimore. And as we know, well, Baltimore was kind of up here, but now they're not, and especially because we just swept them. So, and then another Cy Young hopeful pitcher goes down. Back spasms for Logan Webb. So we'll see if his 31 starts were enough to go get him that award. The Giants, I don't think, are in it anymore. Not really. They're 2 games back of the wild card, so that's a pretty devastating blow for them. Just another elite starting pitcher going down with an injury. So, and another injury comes in. It's just a 4-day injury, but Austin Martin can't play at all, so his season will also come to an end here. 700 OPS, completely league average, placement level player this season. A guy that will definitely bring back, whether if that's in a starting capacity or as just an ultra utility man, as he plays everywhere other than catcher. So Austin Martin's season will conclude right there. There's another thing I want to point out is Byron Buxton was off to a crazy outstart back a few games in a row where he didn't do great, but this was at like 240 through 7 games, and he was just off to a crazy start. It's slowed down a bit now, but it's just crazy how much he adds to your team when he's back and healthy. 1.3 ZR through 8 games is absolutely ridiculous as well. And just another injury in the league, Pete Crow Armstrong, who has had just an unbelievably good season, fractures his ankle. So the Cubs, who are the head of the NL Central right now, are without Pete Crow Armstrong. So these playoffs are going to kind of come down to who's the healthiest here, as injuries just keep on piling up. The corresponding move for Austin Martin will be Christopher Torren, guy we got from the Jose Miranda and Zebby Matthews trade. He'll be coming up. He hit 352 at AAA, so he'll start at second for the last week here. See what he can do. Again, elite defense, so fun little prospect we have here. He'll get some time with a big league club. Fun little update here. Our high A affiliate, the Cedar Rapids Colonels, they went 96-35 and won the championship there in high A. So good development for just our minor league system. Liam Peterson, our first round pick, was down there. Who else? We have Ben Blair, who was our second round pick, was down there. Riley Quick, the former first round pick, was doing great. We had Shy Robinson, who we're pretty high on, and he had a crazy good year. Tate, obviously, Eduardo Tate, the catching prospect. So, shout out the Cedar Rapids Colonels for getting that done. We conclude the season in the exact same fashion as the Minnesota Twins did 1 season ago. I'm wrong. We actually won 2 more games, so big improvement made by us. There we go. We sell at the deadline and then finish the year with 90 losses once more. Yandy Diaz won the batting title, as well as Mickey Moniak over there in the National League. Shout out Mickey Moniak. He also led the league in OPS and slugging. That's out of left field, even though he plays right. Why don't we take a look at the playoff roster, and then what the playoff picture is looking like, and then we'll take a look at how our team finished up. So Yankees, Blue Jays, and Rays all make it. Red Sox and Orioles just out. So 3 teams from the East. The Guardians actually surged to take the Central from the Tigers, so similar to what happened in real life, kinda. As the Tigers fall down with the Scooble injury, and then the Mariners went on a run and absolutely just snatched the AL West. So no A's in the playoffs this year. And on the National League side, the Braves held off the Marlins and went and took the NL East with the Marlins there, and they'll be in the playoffs. So we got to root for the Marlins. The Cubs ended up winning this NL Central race, so Reds and Brewers barely miss out, and the Cubbies are in. And then in the NL West, the Dodgers ended up taking the division with the Padres and Diamondbacks both making it as wild card teams. In terms of league leaders, Eugenio Suarez went ahead and hit the most homers in baseball this year. Kurtz and Raleigh behind him. Schwarber leading the league in OPS as we he broke his kneecap, so another star injured, but they're not in the playoffs. Raleigh, Springer, and Witt, the top three in WAR. ERA goes Bubich, Skubal. David Peterson's up here, so shout out David Peterson. Crochet, Brown, and Skubal. I wonder who will win the Cy Young. I do think that there's a good conversation for both Bubich, Brown, Crochet, and Skubal. So it'll be interesting to see who that gets awarded to. In the NL, they didn't really hit. They only had two guys above 900 OPS. No one hit 40 homers. Kyle Stowers led the league with 35. Only one guy above a 300 batting average, and that was Mickey Moniak. So interesting to see how the awards are going to play out over here as well. PCA led the league in WAR. Marte and a couple Arizona guys, Marte and Carroll, follow. Like we said, Logan Webb balled out. I would assume he's going to still get the Cy Young just based off of, he had a ridiculous season. Even if he missed the last few starts, I think he deserves it. But that's let's take a look at the playoff tree. Tampa Bay, Toronto, Detroit, Cleveland, go play Seattle, go play New York. It's very similar to what it is in real life in the American League. Super similar. If these two were just flipped and Boston was here instead of Tampa Bay. But in the NL, it's a little different. The Dodgers and Braves wait. Marlins, Padres, go play the Braves. Diamondbacks, Cubs, go play the Dodgers. So we'll check in and see who wins that. And we'll take a look at our team quick. Luke Keeschel was excellent, 3.5 WAR season. I think he's only going to get better. He's 24. A guy we might put in the development lab. We'll figure that out. Buxton was excellent in just his 14 games. Obviously, still a guy who's part of the plan. 2 more years left of this deal. We want to keep Byron Buxton for that, and hopefully we can get more than just 14 games out of him next season. Royce Lewis actually had a really nice bounce-back year. He is the plan at third base still for this team. His arbitration's up, and it'll be about $6 million. Captain, personality class, and he had a fine season. So I want to bring back Royce Lewis. Colson Montgomery for us ended up kind of not putting up what he put up with the White Sox. So we'll see what holds for the future of Colson Montgomery. I don't really know how we're going to construct the team next year. We just have a lot of interesting guys who kind of want all to play and see kind of what we have. So it'll be interesting to see how we build this roster. Dylan Cruz is also pretty decent. He didn't hit as well as he probably could have, but the glove was actually really good. I think that's why his WAR is pretty high, and it is, and that speed's elite. I want to keep Dylan Cruz. I really think he adds to this team. I think he's a guy I want to keep in the lineup. So Dylan Cruz, and he's playing better defense than Walker Jenkins. So Dylan Cruz is still a part of the plan. Torn came up and played in 6 games and really didn't do well, but that's all right. Walker Jenkins had a really bad year, his rookie year. Really unhappy with how the team's playing. I don't blame the guy, but he didn't hit at all, and for some reason struggled in the field. So he's 21, so we're going to give him, time to grow, but that's not the development you want to see from the former number 1 prospect. Taylor Walls came up and was fine, was really solid for us, placement level, elite level defense for us. So I don't know if Taylor Walls will be back. He's on ARB, 3.8. I would assume Taylor Walls will be up with the team next year, at least given an arbitration. He's probably got a good chance to be the starting shortstop once more. I don't really know who could take that job from him right this minute, because I don't think it'll be Noah Miller. But Noah Miller's got a good chance to be a backup next season. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Sataki was really good. He'll be back once more, another high leader guy. And then the dreaded part, we got to look at the rotation. Rojas started 12 games, 89 innings. These per nines are pretty decent. Too many homers. Another guy, we're going to throw some pitchers in the lap to really get this movement up. to prevent that long ball, because I'm pretty sure we gave up the most home runs out of any team, and the second most in the American League. That's something we don't want to do at all. That's not how we want to build our team. Andrew Painter's first full season. I know we haven't had an Andrew Painter update in a while. It's because he's been really solid. He's really solid per nines. 2 WAR season. Future kind of like head of this rotation for us. So he's going nowhere. We obviously got that extension. Another guy we're going to throw in the lab this offseason, hopefully improve upon. Taj Bradley was fine as well. The home runs really wasn't as big of an issue as we thought they would be. He was fine. 1.5 WAR, just kind of a back end guy. He'll have a chance to probably be the 5th starter or long reliever next year as well. Festa was also pretty decent, 2 WAR season. Again, I don't really want to keep a guy around whose home run is 45 and a fly ball pitcher, especially with his personality. So I don't know what we'll do with David Festa yet, but we'll figure out this rotation. That's going to be a top priority this offseason. And then Iriarte, I still really like his per nines, so I definitely want to keep Iriarte around, see what we have in him. And another guy who's probably going to get thrown in the lab for that movement, so we can tap into both the potential we have here and the potential we have here. Bullpen-wise, SWR came back up for a little bit at the end and was just abysmal, so he will not be back with the team. Whether we trade or just stick him down at AAA, I don't know yet. Abel, also not very good. So a guy that the Twins acquired in real life in the Duran trade will probably not be back with the team. Ginkel was fine, wasn't great, wasn't like terrible. He probably won't be back. Tinoco was a waiver claim, and he was bad. He wasn't good at all. So his time will be depleted. Pretty much just going to be rebuilding this whole rotation and bullpen this offseason. Sasaki was not good. 2.6 homers per 9. It's not ideal, especially with feels even worse with how good Pablo's been playing. But we're going to give him time to develop. He's still 24. We still got to have belief in what he was as a prospect and see if he can hone that in. We'll see what we do with Roki Sasaki. Prelup was actually really solid for us. He didn't allow a single home run, which is shocking and appalling, especially because of what his home runs allowed is and the fact that he's a fly ball pitcher. So I honestly have no clue how that happened. So Prelup's the guy I want to bring back. He's definitely going in the lab because at some point that's going to hit him and it's going to be bad. So Funderburk is another guy I want to bring back. I just trust these ratings. I know he didn't put it all together this year, but he's on league minimum, so good enough arm, and we don't have to pay him. Kirkering will for sure be back. Again, 2.6 mil for a very high-level reliever who put up great per nines and was probably our best guy this season, so don't want to get rid of him. And then Cole Sands as well, another guy we'll probably bring back, assuming this isn't too bad, and it's not. So that's kind of where the team stands at the end of the year. Why don't we look at a bit of a player development update? Just our top guys. Why don't I go to we'll go here and look at everyone. Painter and Jenkins are all up. Erod's up. Liam Peterson, we kind of took a quick little look at. The walks are an issue. He has a medium development risk, so I wouldn't hate throwing him in the lab to try and either figure out the control or the home runs allowed. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. So that's how the first round pick is going for us. Yata was one of the guys we got in just a scouting discovery, so he's not over yet. Delgado, another international free agent guy who's not over yet. Becerra, the 17-year-old we got from Arizona, still not over. Riley Quick, the first round pick a year ago for the Twins, The control really needs to improve so we can throw him in a higher level. I will say we're going to throw him into Double A, so we know that's where he's going to start next season, and then hopefully he can improve. Ben Blair actually looks like the most developed prospect pitcher we have right now. He pitched 46 innings at high A and didn't allow a single home run, so that's a positive. He'll start next season at Double A for us. I think that'll be the plan. Raya's 24. I gotta remember to put Ben Raya in the lab because he could be someone who could most certainly be at the major league club for us. So Marco Raya certainly needs to see if we can tap into some of his potential. Zaire Hope, who we brought in from the Dodgers, played at Double A and did fine. His glove was good. Slow work ethic might come to bite us, but for some reason he's unhappy. He's unhappy with himself. So Zaire Hope, we still have hope for. Elwinger, again, just need him to develop this. I am going to move him up to IA. We'll see what happens there. Merrick Houston got hurt at the end of the year, but he was doing solid. Again, the elite defense is going to be able to carry him pretty far. He's a low development risk, so that could be interesting in terms of the lab. Who do we else? We'll do a few more guys we'll look at. Caldwell, we saw some of his stuff going down in a player development that we saw. But, I mean, he was doing not great at Double A. But he's still just 20, so we'll let him cook down there. Dante Nori, a guy I really like. He is steadily improving. The defense is still elite. He's definitely a guy who, he raked at Double A, so he's a guy who might be on the fast track. There's a chance I'm gonna put him in AAA for just right now, and then high work ethic. Dante Nori's got to be in the lab too, so we'll look into doing that. Eduardo Tate, we obviously took a quick look at. He's doing fine at high A. Noah Wilson was a third-round pick from us. He's still in rookie ball. And then Quentin Young will be the last guy we look at in rookie ball raking. So I don't think his ratings go to A ball yet, but maybe at the start of next season I'll take another look and see if he's ready to move up because it'll be around once he turns 20, and then I would like to move him up. So quick little just development update on some of those guys. When we come back, I'll be going through the entire offseason once more, and we'll see if we can build a more respectable ball club, and we'll also take a look at how these playoffs turn out, and then we'll take a look at as well as the awards and everything that happens around the league. But that'll be it for today. The 2026 season has been concluded, so I'll see you guys next time.